Hey guys, a little extra video over here this week. I am going to be trying to make a little bit of a pine tree over here. And as you can see, I've got a little bit of a super tree material. I did start this up a little while back, and I did have some extra coarse pumice gel that I was using to kind of maybe do the trunk right here, and actually really using it to kind of glue in different pieces of super tree material there. It works great, and it's nice and solid right now. Actually, it's nice and dried out because that was a little while ago. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you, it's going to be a little how-to video, I guess. I'm going to show you what I do, just quick and dirty. We're going to cover it in pine needles, spray paint it, not pine needles, but static grass, but they're going to be pine tree needles. Anyway, the first thing I think I'm going to do is I got a little bit of my camo brown flat kind of spray paint that I use for pretty much everything, like my when I do my flex track and laying track and everything. And then I got a little bit of olive green right here. I'm going to use that. Give it a quick spritz just as the initial covering there. And then we've got I got a little pan over here that you get at your local supermarket. We're going to use that to do all our pine static grass kind of application. So let me get this guy sprayed up outside. We'll come back in here and start gluing stuff to it. Alright guys, there's the first little layer there. I did the brown here. I was just trying to get the trunks inside and get just kind of a little bit of color variation on there. Took it outside, did a little spraying right there, and now I'm going to grab my green and finish it off. Alright, there we go. Just gave it a nice big spritz with the green color there, and got a nice little variation in there. And again, this is just sort of the base coloring of it, because it was pretty much going to be covered up with static grass, and we're going to end up probably painting that on top of it. So I've got my pan ready over here. I'm going to go ahead and get my static grass and stuff like that, and then we're going to take this thing outside, and let me go ahead and grab let's see here. Grab one of my spray cans here of spray glue. You can use all sorts of different stuff. I use this 3M high strength spray adhesive. I've used different ones like this one's. I'm going to toss this thing out. The Loctite spray adhesive, and I know I've got like another one out here somewhere. No, that's a spray. Okay, anyway, I guess this is it. We're using this one. So let me go ahead and get everything set up, and then I'll spray it up. And basically, I'm going to take this outside with my spray, spray it all up good in that, get it all nice and sticky, and then we're going to come over here and start breading our little chicken. Breading our tree. All right, guys. So after spraying it, it looks like it has been attacked by some funky spiders there. That's just all glue, and make sure you're going to have everything in view here. I got two different kinds of grasses here. So I have a 7 mil, white, not white, but what do you call it? Yellow sort of grass right here. We're going to use that because it's a little bit bigger needles, sort of thing. And then I have some 4 mil green here. And again, it doesn't matter about the color because we're just going to spray paint it. But I thought I kind of wanted to mix the two. I didn't want to just have this. This might be a little bit too small, and it might end up looking, I don't know, like it's covered in hair or something. Well, anyway, so we're going to basically do two steps. We're going to use the bigger one here, and I literally just sprayed this like a minute or two ago. So I'm just going to cover it up here, kind of just dabble it around. We're going to shake a whole bunch of it off anyway. I'll make sure I get the bottoms right here. There we go. And these things kind of tend to turn out looking all, I don't know, like a big giant spiky cone, right? And that's okay because that's what it's supposed to be, right? All right. Let's kind of get the excess off of here. I want to make sure I get these little the bottom pieces here. So when I come back with the other stuff, I'll make sure I get that all done. All right, shake all the excess off. Now we're going to go back and we're going to give it another coat of spray This time though, I'm going to kind of be a little bit more sparing on it, right? I'm just going to kind of dab in some of these other spots where these needles didn't kind of really fill it in here, you know, so like the tops and the outsides right here. So, and then I'll take all this stuff, dump it back into my my tray. Let me do that while I'm here. We'll see if we get this on video. There we go, get that all out. These things come in handy. There we go, good enough. All right, let me go spray some more glue on here and then we'll start putting the green stuff on. Okay, got that all sprayed up. Let's go ahead and start having some fun here and get some of the smaller stuff on. And we're gonna make sure I get the very tops right there. So I'm gonna have to do this manually instead of just dumping it out on there. But I wanna make sure I get them all these little spots right here that, you know, you could tell were branches. Shake out the excess over here. And if you kind of miss a little bit, like this doesn't seem to be really sticking right here, you can always go back outside and spray it up some more. But I know that this tree is going to probably be, I'm thinking of how it's going to be placed on the layout there. I think it's going to be sort of like this. So I don't really care if I'm missing part of it right there. That's good enough. We don't want to waste too much. And I already dumped it out here. Waste too much of this stuff. You know, everything's costing more these days, unfortunately. Okay, so there's that, and it looks like, well, it looks kind of funky. Now I'm going to go ahead. We'll give it a few minutes to kind of, you know, get tacky and dried up and everything. And then we get to the fun stuff here. We're going to go ahead and start spraying it up. Now, initially, I'm going to grab the same olive drab that I stuck on there as sort of the base coat and get it all sprayed up. All right, guys. I got it sprayed up and everything. It still looks a little bit of damp. You can see kind of a little bit of dampness right there. And actually, I was able to sort of just modulate where I was spraying. You know, I was trying to kind of keep the darkest spray into like the interior parts and then leaving the top just a little bit brighter. So we don't have to do a whole bunch of painting. We might just actually just leave it like this. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place this on the layout, see what it looks like over there, just to see, do I need to lighten it up? Do I need to darken it up? That sort of thing. So let's go stick it in its eventual spot and see what it looks like. All right, I think it doesn't look too bad. Maybe just a little bit of highlighting here, but this is the final location. I don't have it stuck all the way down, and I think what I'm going to do, is it's fallen over, is it's probably going to go a little bit farther down. I might actually cut this little part where I did some of the, what do you call it, some of the sticky media there, because it's actually going to be a little bit lower in the ground right there. The tree we're actually modeling is this one right back there. So let me zoom in on that. But that's the actual tree that we're doing. It's right on the side of the tracks right there in the background there on that little street scene. And you can see the sun's hitting it, and so it's a little bit lighter. So I might actually hit it with a little bit of a little bit lighter color there because I kind of want it more to blend in there. So I'm going to take some yellow, put it into my airbrush there really quick, and just kind of hit some of this stuff there. So it sort of matches up a little bit better with what's going on in the background right there. And then I think I'm going to cut it, stick it right there, and we'll have our first tree done. So let me go do that, see what it looks like. All right, guys, I got it. I got my paint mixed up over there, and I just kind of spritzed it up and sprayed a little bit of yellow there on it. Now, I kind of want it to be, I can't remember how I put it. Was it like that? I want to make sure I get it kind of towards the back here. So, and I did cut the little, or I just broke off the little thing at the bottom there. So, I think in that hole right there would probably be pretty good. Maybe just a little bit farther back. I had it right there. So I just got something here to do. Let me get this out of the way. Just got a little drill bit here just to get into the foam. Make a nice hole for it, and kind of stick it in there, being careful not to break it. These things are notoriously fragile, but yeah, something like that. And there's enough room here for the locomotive to come by. Let me go ahead and throw a boxcar on here, and we'll just make sure we got it positioned correctly. Knocking all sorts of things over. There we go. I think that's pretty good. You know, so we're not hitting it with the locomotive or anything like that. And then we can stick that back, and it's going to go someplace like so. Yeah, looking nice. You know, we can always kind of squish it if we have to. And, you know, there's going to be a little bit of fence. I'm going to do like a little fence line right there and some stuff to kind of cover up the bottom right there. So let me grab this, and sorry for the wiggling here. I'm going to try to kind of get you in a little bit closer. You can kind of see what it looks like. Zoom out here a little bit. There we go. All right. So, yeah. Looking pretty good. Yeah, trees are not that difficult to do, and you don't have to, you know, they don't have to be a big, huge deal. You know, just a little bit of static grass and some glue, a little bit of spray paint, and away you go. All right, guys, I think that's it for right now. Actually, you know, we got a little palm tree here. I'll just stick that back there. There we go. It's gonna be looking nice over here. I like this street scene. I gotta get the white street painted though. All right, guys, for now, that's it. That's how I do it. Just quick and dirty, get some trees up there, start getting some stuff together over here on this scene. And hopefully, I think we're gonna be running some operations down here because I wanna see the train running by that tree, right? All right, guys, see you tomorrow in the ops video. Take care.